Hi, Reg.
Good morning, Theodore. This is arguably my second most favorite time of the year. Obviously, the NFL has kicked off there 5 or 6 weeks in. You've got the baseball playoffs in full swing and opening night. My favorite, obviously we talked about this, is springtime because you've got, the baseball players reporting to spring training, and you've got the NBA getting ready for the playoffs. So an exciting time for the NBA tonight.
The number one question to be answered during the regular season for you is what?
Which team is going to have the mental capacity really to knock off the champs? I look at all 30 teams, and there's a couple that come to mind. Obviously, I'm seeing one of them tonight. I think the Boston Celtics are tailor-made. Now, a lot has to happen. Obviously, barring major injury to all these teams, Brad Stevens and the Celtics, to me, are probably the number one team that could probably go toe-to-toe with the Golden State Warriors because of their depth, their youth, their ability to switch, their defense. But a lot has to happen. Kyrie has to stay healthy. A lot of question marks on Gordon Hayward coming back from that major injury after Game 1 last year. But those young guys, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, off the bench, Terry Rozier was fantastic. The Morris twin. These guys are built. Al Horford, who's an all-star. They have so much depth. I think they're the one team that, if they were able to get to the finals, could really push the Golden State Warriors.
What is the one question you have about the Golden State Warriors?
Depth. I know what you're going to get from their starting five, but after that, Andu Iguodala, who's great, who's a fantastic sixth man, but he's a year older. They're going to be starting Damian Jones, a guy that really never played in the NBA, and now he's getting his start with the world champs. And how does Boogie Cousins, who I believe personally is going to have a fantastic year once he comes back and is going to settle in, but what is going to be his role? Will he accept his role? This is a one-year deal, and I'm sure he's auditioning for a much bigger contract either with the Warriors or elsewhere. But their depth, but that was a question mark last year, and they found a way, to win a championship. But that would probably be my only thing. But again, this is all, they can't have any major injuries. Steph was hurt, but they still found a way to win a championship.
And you look at the Lakers, and we've talked about this with LeBron going there. I'm going to make it a little bigger picture here. For LeBron to win the MVP, and he's the favorite, what kind of season does he have to have / the Lakers have to have?
If the Lakers win 50-plus games and find themselves in the top 4 in the Western Conference, and LeBron goes for 28, 8-8, that's MVP. Because right now I personally have them maybe the 6th or 7th best team in the West, and I have them anywhere between 42 to 46 wins. But if Luke Walton finds a way to get these young guys all on the same page and playing at a higher clip, and they can win 50-plus games, it's all going to be driven by LeBron James. And I think that's where he could arguably win his 5th MVP.
I like the Lakers' depth, Reg. I think they have a lot of bodies there. I'm not big on, some of the older guys they brought in, but I get it. It's for 1 year. Can that be a big advantage for the Lakers?
Youth is huge, young legs. And Coach Walton has been very adamant about that he wants to run. And you mix that youth, those young legs, with a generational-type player like LeBron James, getting easy baskets, that's going to be key. The problem I have with the Lakers is I'm not quite sure they have enough shooting.
Yeah.
And for LeBron to be successful, you've got to have shooters on the edges and around so he can penetrate, collapse the defense, and kick it out. A willing passer, one of the all-time great passers. but you've got to have shooters. And I'm not sure they have enough shooting.
I like Anthony Davis this year for the MVP, but I'm just not sure. Like, the Pelicans are kind of irrelevant, and even though they made the playoffs last year, how long do you think Anthony Davis is in New Orleans?
Well, he just signed with Clutch Sports, correct? And Rich Paul and so forth.
LeBron's group.
LeBron's guys, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure, around the water cooler, people are talking this could be his last year. I hope it's not. You and I have had this conversation many of times. It's great to have superstars in smaller markets, and obviously New Orleans is one of the smaller markets in the NBA. But in today's age with social media, fans are almost a part of the game, and all the talk is, what have you done in the playoffs? Have you won a championship? And that matters to a lot of these young guys. And building super teams, it's the new thing. I hope he stays in New Orleans, but 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I could see him, not necessarily with LeBron in L.A. I could see him here in Boston. They have a lot of young assets and talent. I could see him playing here with Kyrie in Boston as well.
Have you heard Kawhi Leonard's laugh?
I have.
Okay.
Look, I know Kawhi pretty well. I mean, and he's from the IE and the Riverside area. And that's the first time I've really heard that goofy laugh. It is. I was surprised. I was really surprised because you never really you think about it. Think about all the interviews after games.
I don't remember one interview that he's ever done, Reg. I don't remember anything he's ever said.
And he's done a few commercials when his time with San Antonio with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Ginobili back in the day. And even in the commercials, he really didn't speak.
Well,
but when I heard the laugh, I was a little taken back. It's a little creepy. I think it's great around this time around Halloween, right? I mean, you could put that on a loop, and when kids come up to the door, just start playing that. That's pretty good, right?
All right, before I let you go, somebody spend some time and put this together with Kawhi Leonard's laugh to the NBA theme song, the old theme song with NBC.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Red, try to get that out of your head today now.
Oh, my God. This is the problem. The Internet will always remain undefeated, man. That ain't right. No one deserves an Emmy for that. I mean, it's not right, but come on, man. Undefeated.
Have fun. I'll talk to you next week.
Theodore, my Danettes, I can't wait to get the ball rolling. Thank you so much.
All right, that's Reggie Aloysius.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.